express a warm welcome and profound gratitude to each and everyone joining in this 2 days capacity building workshop for entrepreneurship development and export-oriented schemes organized by Indian Chamber of Commerce in collaboration with Meitei University. Ladies and gentlemen, today the world is changing very fast, and also the developmental things happening across the globe is very much influenced by the creative talents, innovative ideas the people are having, and for that matter, we are to just have more number of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial venture, and it is how they are contributing to the growth of the economy. And that's why for the growth and development of the economy in any state, country or region, the drivers of this economy is now belong to the entrepreneurs only. Even in a small state like Manipur, the contribution of MSME is very, very significant. Of late, we have seen so much of changes taken place in terms of employment generation, in terms of capital formations taking it up, and also the likely changes taking place in various other socio-economic and global relationship India is having. And in fact, India is envisioning to become a global knowledge superpower in the next few years down the line, and also $5 trillion economy by the next couple of years. So that's why our Honorable Prime Minister is having so much of big reasons for Indian economy to be flourishing further. And India stands at now the fourth position of the economy. And that way, the role of entrepreneurs and the kind of a productive activities to be taken up is very, very important component. Taking all these things in mind, the kind of a resources our state is having, the various other developmental things that are likely to take place in the coming years because of the India's active policy, and likely improvement in the continental connectivity, the northern region in general and Manipur is going to have in the years to come. We need to have a proper framework for the developmental things to happen, and at the same time, we are to situate our young boys and girls about their capabilities, their creative talents, innovative ideas to be nurtured in the right direction, and in the tight job market the state is experiencing today, we may be able to generate some job providers too. Ladies and gentlemen, in a small state like Manipur, we are having populations about 28.5 lakhs in the last census of 2011, and by now it could have been approximately around 30 to 33 lakhs, and at most 35 lakhs. Out of which, number of educated youths seeking for jobs is considerably large. We are having approximately around 7 lakhs educated youths looking for jobs. It may be a little bit plus minus here and there, but when you calculate of the total populations in the state, its contribution, its share is pretty large. That means around 20 to 30% belong to the educated youths not getting a good job. So that's why it's a very, very challenging task in front of many of the policy planners, how the youths of the state or the regions could be given gainful employment opportunities. And when we just take up all these kind of activities, government or government sector cannot provide jobs to each and every one. They have a limited jobs. We have a hardly 80 to 90,000 jobs only, and it may not be possible for the government to provide jobs to each and everyone who are not getting jobs as of today. So that's why the role of MSMEs, the role of private sector is becoming so important for the overall economic development and for the overall transformation of the developmental things to happen in that state. And that's why it's the right time for the state of Manipur, the initiatives taken up by Indian Chamber of Commerce under the aegis of Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industries, Government of India, to provide a whole lot of nitty-gritty aspects for the promotion of entrepreneurial venture in the state of Manipur. The export potential products this state is having, maybe in the agricultural items, heirlooms, handicrafts, or any other products, including the IT-enabled services. So that's why it's a high time for our young boys and girls to have fair acquaintances about the export documentation procedures, how the items could be exported the world over. Today, the world is becoming a global village, and every nook and corner of the world can be connected through the internet platform. That's why e-commerce activities can be taken up in a befitting manner, so that whatever is the item products which we are having, we can sell it across the globe. So over the last less than 10 years, we have visualized so much of, we have seen, we have experienced so many young entrepreneurs. Even the first generation entrepreneurs are coming up in a big scale. So many good, successful entrepreneurs are there. So that's why I just would like to share some of my viewpoints, because when Manipur is opened up, the air connectivity, the railways connectivity, road connectivity, and the trade and commerce, in the light of the India's Active policy, the connectivity, the culture, the commerce, and also the capacity building. So that's why capacity building component is also an important area of concern when our region is opened up to the rest of the world. And for that matter, skill development in various other skill sets in terms of export-import documentation, in terms of the logistics, warehousing, in terms of the marketing, in terms of e-commerce, in terms of various other areas where we can just provide our services, our expertise to the rest of the world. So government of Manipur has initiated the export special economic zones in the IT areas, and then some more food parks, mega food parks are coming up, and in fact we can think of having a mega logistic hubs in the state of Manipur. That's why young people will get immense benefit. So we have quite a good number of resource persons today and tomorrow. They will be sharing so much of aspects in different dimensions where our young people can get immense benefit in terms of acquiring the knowledge, skills, and kind of connections, and through that connections they can just find out a new vistas for them to become a successful entrepreneurs. Our Manipur University is also trying to provide all sort of a possible help and possible services to the budding entrepreneurs through the incubation cells and through various other academic activities over the last so many years, and as of today we're able to provide so much of successful entrepreneurs too. So that's why it is a continuous process. It is in the state of evolving processes. So that's why it is very, very heartening to see quite a good number of people are responding to join such kind of a session. And we are just running these things in a blended mode. Some people will be just listening all these things through the online social media platforms. And we also will be having the offline interactions here, so that at least we may be able to find out all possible ways and means, any other challenges, difficulties experiencing by the entrepreneurs, we can be sorted it out, and we dream our state, Manipur, and the northern region in general to be truly the growth engine for India's economic developmental process to happen. We have enormous resources for the tourism, hospitality, agro-based, aromatic plants, medicinal plants, and various other services areas too, including the healthcare, pharmaceuticals, sports, so on and so forth. And in fact, if we just put our efforts in a concerted manner, we may be able to transform this region to an economically vibrant region in the years to come. And for that matter, our young boys and girls, their talents, their energies are to be nurtured very well, and we need to provide the right kind of infrastructure facilities, supports, and conducive ecosystem for the entrepreneurship development. And I wish Almighty will provide all sort of blessings to make this region a transformed and well-developed region with adequate infrastructural facilities in terms of roads, connectivity, electricity, water supply, whatsoever is possible for the next few decades down the line, and Manipur can truly become the gateway of India to Southeast Asian nations. This is how we are just going to just engage all sort of probable benefits of this exercise. And that's why export is another component which we cannot neglect now. So each and every entrepreneurial units they are having today, they are to have peer acquaintances about the export documentation procedure, and the world is our market today. And I wish all the best. Today's deliberations definitely will be of immense benefit in enriching your new knowledge, ideas, experiences, and the new skills too. I wish all the best, and I once again extend my warm welcome and profound gratitude to each and everyone to make this program a great success. Thank you everyone.